Hi folks, my name is Mrin Agarwal and I'm a financial educator. You might have seen a lot of my videos on NFO reviews. I've often been asked what is a bond, and most people find it very difficult to understand as to why a bond doesn't just work like a fixed deposit. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what are bonds, what are the characteristics of bonds, and how do you figure out or evaluate whether you should invest in a bond or not. First off, what is a bond? So a bond works just like a fixed deposit. Remember, you invest in a fixed deposit with the bank, but a bond is issued by a company. Now, why does the company issue out this bond? Because it wants to borrow money. It is looking at borrowing money from sources other than from banks. Obviously, if they want to borrow money, they have to pay out an interest, which is also known as the coupon of the bond. So a bond works just like a fixed deposit, which is a fixed amount invested at a fixed interest rate for a fixed period. The factors that you need to look at when you're investing in a bond is, firstly, you need to know what is the maturity date or the maturity period. What is the interest that is being paid? Is the bond secured or unsecured? So what this means is that in some bonds, there could be a security that is available, which means that there is a collateral that is available in the bond, which means that in the case of a default, this collateral can be liquidated and can be used to then pay out the bond investors. You also need to look at what is the liquidity preference or what is the seniority level in the bond. So, for example, in any borrowing, you will have banks, you might have retail investors as well, and different bonds come at different seniority levels. Typically, it is the banks which are at the highest seniority level, and unfortunately, the retail investor, which is people like you and me, are actually at the bottom of the priority level. So always remember that in a bond, please check the liquidity preference level. Of course, you need to look at the coupon or the interest rate in the bond. And last but not the least, you also need to consider what is the taxation on a bond. Now, bonds are of different types, and depending on whether the bond is listed or not, the taxation is going to differ. The most secure bond or the safest bond that's available is the government bond, which is backed by the government of India. It's also known as a gilt. You have both central government and state governments issuing out bonds. Then you have corporate bonds, which are basically issued out by companies. Both public and private sector companies issue out corporate bonds. Now, you also have debentures which are available. So this is another form of a bond, and companies typically issue out these non-convertible debentures. Non-convertible means that they are not convertible into equity. You also have convertible debentures which get converted into equity. I recently did a video on covered bond where people asked me about what are basics of bonds, and that's why I'm doing this video today. So what's a covered bond? Now, in a covered bond, there is an additional security to basically take care of the default risk. So for example, in the video that I had done, there was a 20 crore bond issue and there was an additional 25 crores of collateral that was available, so that if the company defaulted, then this collateral could be liquidated in order to make good the investors' money. There are two main risks in bonds. The first being the default risk, which means that the company that is issuing this bond will default on its payment. It could mean that they don't give you the interest on time or they don't repay the principal, and this is known as a credit risk or a default risk. Typically, you can assess the credit risk through ratings that are given, and ratings basically range from AAA to BBB. Most mutual funds can invest only in AA and above rated bonds. So remember to go in for either AAA or AA plus or maximum a AA rated bond, and certainly anything that you invest in which is rated below AA minus is going to be a very risky investment. The second risk in a bond is the interest rate risk, which means that, let's say you have invested in a bond at 6% and the interest rates in the economy move up to 7%, then the bond that you are going to be holding will start trading at a discount. Yes, there is a market where bonds are traded, and in this market, so this is known as the secondary market, in this market, the value of the bond that you are holding is going to fall. But remember, if you are holding a bond till maturity, you're going to get your principal back, and whatever interest that has been promised to you, it is only if you look at exiting a bond in the interim, that's when the traded price of the bond really comes in. As far as taxation is concerned, unlisted bonds are taxed as per slab, which means the interest is fully taxable. As far as listed bonds are concerned, the interest on these, if you're holding them for more than 1 year, is going to be taxed at the rate of 10%. If you sell a bond in a period less than 1 year, then it is going to be taxed as per your tax slab. So what is the best way to invest into a bond? Well, clearly it is through the mutual fund route. The reasons being as follows. Firstly, as with equity, it's not easy to decide which bond to buy. And then the taxation is so complicated because if you're buying an unlisted bond, it's going to be fully taxable. If you buy a listed bond and only if you sell it before maturity, is the capital gains going to be applicable. The other point with bonds is that if you're investing in one bond, and let's say, you're investing 10 lakh rupees in this particular one bond of one particular company, and this company were to default, then your entire money is going to be at risk. I think, like with equity, it's easier to have a fund manager figure out which bond to buy, how long to hold it for, whether to buy a listed or a non-listed bond. I think it's better to have a fund manager invest into bonds, and that's why I always recommend investing in bonds through mutual funds. I do hope that the video helped you in understanding bonds better. Do keep writing in with all of your queries and your suggestions, and do not forget to click the bell icon to subscribe. Till then, bye-bye.